Hello, welcome to the show. I'm currently trying to write out the tweet for the
I was
show.
looking for the tweet.
Yeah, I forgot to do that. I had all that time. Tyler,
Way to
you
go,
introduced
Cody.
us today.
Hey, I'm Tyler. That's Cody. Welcome to NS9BETS, the show where Tyler can finally gamble legally. And let me tell you, Cody, good week for old Ty Guy.
Yeah, win a lot of
Very
money.
good week. Ended up, you know what? The big one was the Steelers. I had a lot riding on that bad boy. So we got that one. Last week of NFL season, Cody. Lots of playoff implications. Nobody knows how many teams are even going to be in the playoffs at this point. It's just a
Lots,
wild time to be a football fan.
lots of props to hit.
Yep, you were looking into that as well. Cody's a big
Because
incentive guy, looking into those, trying to figure out some
you
prop
can
bet.
make a good prop bet. I mean, I've bet on some props already, but I think this is a good week to try and make a big old prop parlay. That's what
Because
I
everyone's, especially on teams that the game doesn't matter.
right.
Like with Gronk, was it 2 years ago or last year?
I don't know.
Where they just fed him in the last week to get him his incentive.
Right. Now, there are some that it's like you want to stay away from. You might want to bet the under, like this, that, and the other. But we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. The one I already did is the night game tonight. I did. We'll talk about it. But
Okay.
sorry, I'm putting the tweet up now.
Good Lord. You know, it would have been great if you had a co host that would have done anything.
Yeah, but beggars can't be choosers. I guess.
Exactly. So we got to get Steph to do something. Anyhow, Cody, how'd you gamble last week?
I did really good last week.
Whew.
I'm up a lot of money.
Whew.
Well, currently not up as much money because I've been trying to do NBA parlays and not succeeding.
That's why I don't gamble on the NBA, my friend.
Yeah, but
Why I
like
don't.
I have this system that I do, and like obviously it's not working. It's worked like twice, but I have this system where let me get back to where we are. There we go. I have this system where you look at what everybody likes, right? Like I look at the Action Network stuff. I follow a lot of those articles, and they'll be like, "Hey, take this guy over like 22 and a half points." And I'm like, okay, if I parlay this and I bring him down to 20 or more, I'm bringing my odds of winning up. So that's what I've been trying to do. It worked once, and I won a lot of money.
And it has not worked since.
And it hasn't worked since.
Although
So,
you did get a little bit screwed. Half a point.
oh yeah,
Big
that one.
parlay.
Oh my God, maybe I should bring that up so we can discuss it.
That's a tough loss right there.
That one fucking sucked. Maybe I deleted it already because I was so mad about it.
I wouldn't blame you if you did.
I think I did. That one, it was what? I think it was a 7-leg parlay to win 150.
And you
And I
missed it by
missed
1 point.
by a half a point. Fucking, and here's the thing. So the game was, who was it that I took? It was Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy,
Yep.
the third for the Pelicans. I took him over 14 and a half points. All the people on Action Network were like, take this prop. Like, you got it. Like, it's no brainer. Guy scores 12 in the first half. I'm like, this is no brainer. He didn't score at all in the third. And in the fourth, he shoots a wide open three and bricks it. And in the last shot of the game, he put up a layup where I think he actually got fouled, but the refs just wanted to get out of there. And that's how the game ended. He put up a 2-pointer and fucking.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough, my friend. But we got a lot of football talk.
I should have followed my rule. I didn't follow my rule. That's all.
What was your rule?
Because his prop was 14.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if you had.
I should have brought down to 10 plus.
Gotcha.
Didn't follow the rule.
I've been very fortunate that with Ohio getting gambling, there have been a lot of boosts out there lately.
There's been a lot of stupid boosts that I'm jealous of that I've never seen
love
before.
it. You know what we got? we got going on this week?
The Bengals got to score 1 point to win
Bengals
your money.
and Ravens. Either of them have to score a point. Plus 100.
Yeah, just 1 point in the game and you win.
Yep.
Stupid. I never
Plus
got anything
100.
like that.
Max bet of $50. I mean, who's above taking a free 50?
You know what I miss? They used to do the promos that were like the more people that bet on
Yeah.
the spread, the higher the spread gets. I miss those. We got to bring those back.
I just love these super boosts. I'm having a good old time.
I'm sure you are.
I really am. I'm enjoying it.
I'm sure you are. You want to get into the first game or?
Let's get into some foosball.
All right, let's get into it. Week 18 starts with
The Chefs.
the Chiefs, Raiders. Did the Raiders beat the Chiefs earlier in the season? I have a feeling they did.
I'm going to be honest. I can't remember. This season's kind of been a blur at this point.
It really has, and I don't know why. So I could actually probably find it.
No, the Chiefs beat them by 1.
Right, it was a close game. Okay.
Yeah. These games typically are.
Yeah.
The Chiefs do not play in their division very well.
No, they don't.
As in gambling wise.
This is a tough one, honestly, for me because, like like we just said, it's divisional. Chiefs don't play well divisionally. Makes you want to jump on that +9.
Right.
But here's the thing. Patty Mahomes, he is 429 passing yards away from a bonus. So it's possible they keep him in the whole game and they just light it up.
Yeah, the other flip side of this, Josh Jacobs is questionable.
Yes.
I don't know why he would play.
Which Josh Jacobs, I think, also has an incentive. Let me try and find
That's
it.
the only reason I could imagine him playing. Jarrett Stidham will start.
He may not have an incentive. It may just be to break a record. Let me.
Well, either way, I like the Chiefs here just because I don't. The Raiders.
You like the Chiefs -9?
Yeah, I think the Raiders are ready to go home. This season's over. They're done.
Okay.
They're playing Jarrett Stidham.
So here's what I got. We got Sal Vetri at Sal Vetri DFS. This is where I found a lot of the props. He says Patrick Mahomes needs 430 yards to set the record. But I guess it's also a contract incentive. No, it's just set the NFL record. So he's probably going to be
what?
Most passing yards in a season, maybe.
Oh, I didn't know he had that many this year.
Yeah, to set the record for most passing yards in a season.
I didn't realize he had that many.
yards. The Raiders secondary is 30th in the league. Mahomes averages 323 yards versus Vegas since 2019.
So obviously you're probably going to take a prop bet here?
Yeah, I'm probably going to take – let me see what the prop is.
I think I did come across a prop for this game. It's Mahomes to pass for 300 plus and the Chiefs to win plus 150.
That's a good one. I would take that.
That is a terrific bet.
I would take that over what his prop is. His prop is over 331.5. I think you're safe with the 300 because I feel like once he's going to get the 300 probably mid third quarter, fourth quarter, and they may think, okay, we want you to be fresh for the playoffs. Let's bring you out. But you never know.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs win this game. I like that play, I think, a lot more than I do just Chiefs minus
Right.
8.5 here.
I agree. Sorry, I want to see if I can find that thing that I saw about Josh Jacobs. But I may be wrong. There may not have been anything about Josh Jacobs.
Come on here, Cody. What are we doing?
No, there's nothing for Josh Jacobs. My apologies.
Yeah, so there's not much to like about the Raiders here.
No. So yeah, I like what you just said. Mahomes 300 yards and Chiefs to win.
But if I'm just forced to take the game, I would take the Chiefs.
See, if I had to take the spread, I would take at 9. I would take Las Vegas.
I don't blame you. I mean, I said everything earlier about how the Chiefs don't really cover in their own division, but
right.
Week 18, throw everything out the window.
Speaking of divisions, the Jaguars could lock up their division by beating the Titans. They're favored by 6.5, which worries me. I
Yeah,
don't think they should be favored by 6.5. I don't think they've proven that they can beat the Titans by a touchdown. It's a divisional game. I think your best bet is Titans plus 6.5 or under 40.
I like the under.
I did not see under 40 on FanDuel though, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I like that under as well.
On FanDuel it's under 39.5, so it's, I guess you could say it's technically the same thing, but
no, I'm with you. I like the under there, but I also have already bet on the Titans for this game. I just don't think the Jaguars are quite there yet.
you bet on the spread or you bet on the money line?
Spread.
Okay, so my bet that I put in includes some contract incentive stuff. I took Jaguars money line. I took Trevor Lawrence 250 plus yards. That it does. I don't think that has anything to do with a contract incentive. It's just that the Titans secondary is horrible. I can confirm what I was thinking here in a second. I didn't see anything about Lawrence though. No, there's nothing for Lawrence, but he has two receivers that need over 90 yards to meet their contract incentives. That's Zay Jones and Christian Kirk. So to finish out this parlay I did Zay Jones, his over-under is 58.5. I took the over. And Christian Kirk's over-under is 62.5. And I took the over. Now, to give people a little more insight, where's it at? Zay Jones needs 2 receptions to make $250K. He also needs 98 receiving yards to make $500,000. So if you want to boost that, thinking Zay Jones is going to get his incentive, feel free. And then Christian Kirk also needs 2 receptions to make $500,000. And then he needs 91 receiving yards to make another $500,000. So Christian Kirk could earn $1 million today if he really tries.
If he tries.
So the other thing I would say, throwing caution to the wind, or not to throw caution to the wind, is Zay Jones has had a bit of a downfall the last couple of weeks. I know that from personal experience because I had him in fantasy. He hasn't been putting up big numbers like he was for a good stretch there. He hasn't been the big target. So, and Lawrence has been throwing it around. He's been throwing it to everybody. He's been really coming into his own. I think he's finally being the quarterback people thought he was going to be in the NFL. And I think he's only going to get better. Hot take, I would take him like quarterback 2 or 3 next year. A little bit of a hot take in
I
fantasy.
don't hate that.
Because I think Josh Allen is obviously going to be number 1 quarterback next year, I think. And then I think it's a toss-up between Lawrence and Mahomes.
Yeah, because I mean, you throw in the usual suspects. You got Kyler Murray and Lamar. Lamar, you can't trust anymore because he's always hurt.
He's always hurt, and you don't even know where he's going to be playing. You don't know if he's going to be back in Baltimore or somewhere else. Murray, I've lost all faith in Murray when it comes to fantasy.
Exactly. So I don't think that's a bad take.
The only other person you could probably throw in there is honestly Justin Fields, but that's more based on his legs than his arm.
Possibly Herbert as well.
Oh yeah, he's a top 5.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Herbert and Burrow are top 5. I think it's.
And we're talking about fantasy.
Right. We're talking fantasy. So those are the incentives to look forward to in this game. But let's talk about the game. Like I said, I think Jaguars they're on fire. I think they're going to go into the playoffs with something to prove. I feel like they could be like the Titans of the past. Maybe not make it to AFC Championship game, but I feel like they could. They'll get to the divisional round, and they'll make it a tough bout for whoever they have to play.
I don't know that they're there yet. I think the Titans end up at least covering this one. It just feels like one of the Vrabel games.
Yeah, it does feel like it's going to be a Vrabel letdown game.
I don't know. I think it's a Vrabel. Your dogs by 6.5. They cover. They probably win this game. Jaguars not quite there yet.
I just like it's tough to take a team that doesn't know who their quarterback is.
Yeah, but is Dobbs starting?
I believe it is Dobbs. We
You're gonna
know
bet
Dobbs
against?
is smart, but does he
Yeah,
have
you're
the
gonna bet
skill?
against Josh Dobbs? Come
Yes.
on, Cody.
Yes, I am.
You're taking Trevor Lawrence over Josh Dobbs. What are we doing here?
9 out of 10 days, yes.
Thank God this is that 10th day.
So that's how I'm betting this game.
Nope, I like Titans here. I even like Titans money line a little bit.
So that's everything for today's slate, for Saturday's slate. Let's move on to Sunday.
Speaking of which, I'm actually going to jump on that Titans money line right now. Plus 225, baby. Let's roll.
All right. Sunday slate starts with Vikings Bears. We have one. There could have been two, but Justin Fields isn't playing because he's injured. But we have one big prop that we could look out for. Justin Jefferson needs 194 receiving yards to set the NFL record for most receiving yards in a season. We're going to check on what his prop is.
Yeah, the Bears are going to get blown out.
Yeah, I think it's
The Bears.
Bears
And I hope they do, because that could possibly give the Steelers essentially a second first-round pick.
right. Unfortunately, FanDuel doesn't have the props up yet. I don't know why they wait so long. It really frustrates me that they do that, because they do that very often. But I'm assuming Justin Jefferson's prop will be around 90.5, if I had to guess. I'm going to go on DraftKings and see if they have anything.
I was also trying to find it here. It's riveting.
So here we got. They don't really have. They don't have the actual line, but they have the alt receiving props for Justin Jefferson, and it's looking like 100 yards or more for Justin Jefferson on DraftKings is minus 175. So that makes me think that his receiving prop is probably going to be more around 110.
Whew.
So, but you're playing a Bears team that stinks.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling they're going to want Justin Jefferson to break this record if you're the Vikings. Because honestly, it might be what all you're playing for at this point, because you've been so disappointing down the stretch that you're like, okay, we need to get something out of this because we're not going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I just like the Vikings here. The Bears are bad. Bears are really bad. And without Justin Fields, they're really, really bad.
Right. Yeah, I like Vikings here -6. That's a good play. Yeah. That's all we got for this game.
Yeah. Not much to add there.
Moving forward, with Houston Indy, a rematch of week 1 where they tied. And we have since had a coaching change for the Colts and a lot of QB carousel for the Texans.
Am I crazy for kind of liking the Texans here?
You're not.
And this is a spot where the Texans really need to lose.
You're right.
Which is why they'll win.
So here's the question: Who's the starting quarterback for the Colts? I don't think it's Foles, because he was convulsing.
Foles. I think Ellinger is starting.
Ellinger's a starter. Who's a starter for Houston?
Davis Mills, I believe, is back to
They're
starting,
but
they've also, I'm assuming they have switched back and forth so many times that it's hard to keep up.
Exactly. So that's a tough one. This is really a toss-up, but I like your thoughts. Where your thoughts are with the Texans, where it's a game that they should lose, but Lovie Smith might just be like, "Hey, we need to play for some pride and beat the shit out of Jeff Saturday."
There's also a little bit. I think there's also a little bit of pride as a player, and I don't want to be the worst team in the league.
Right, that too. I mean, they're going to be the worst team in the league no matter what. But right, who else has a
Bears?
Oh, they're 3-13.
Correct.
So yeah, you have that. Interesting. Okay. This is tough because
Hold on.
what's Ellinger gonna do? Like what is he gonna bring that Matt Ryan or Foles couldn't bring? Are they gonna lean on the running attack? This is really one of those games where it's like both teams should really just, play some high school football and get it over with. He's back.
Thought I heard a knock on my door.
Oh. But what I just said was I feel like this is a game where both teams have to just play some high school football, run the ball, don't do anything crazy, and get out of the season alive.
Yeah, this is going to be a bad game. It's going to be a
So
really bad game.
I would flirt with
I would take the Texans. I'm not taking the game.
I would flirt with the under at 37.5. Unders have been really good this season, I think. So
That'll work. The under's a really good play here, I think. Two bad quarterbacks, two very bad teams.
And I mean, is Jonathan Taylor playing? Like, who's playing running back? Damian Pierce is out for the season. You got Rex Burkhead as the running back for Houston. So here's a game coming up next that could decide. Actually, it won't decide home field advantage. That'll be decided by a coin toss. So the scenario here, right, is if the Ravens win, then it will be decided by a coin toss who gets home field advantage.
I think so. At least that's what I think I read.
That's what I read too, because you're taking it. They took a game away from the Bengals and the Bills because of what happened on Monday. So therefore, there would have been a chance for the Ravens and Bengals to end with the same record.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have a Ravens team that without Lamar Jackson. They have a decent running game, I would say, but the Bengals on offense are just kind of dominant.
The Bengals are playing some very good football right now.
They are reminding me exactly of who they were last year around this time. Turning it on.
Disagree.
What?
I don't disagree whatsoever.
They're turning it on at the right time. They're just getting into the playoffs at a good spot, possibly winning the division.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tyler Huntley, is he starting or is Lamar back?
I'm pretty sure it's just Huntley. I think they shut
Just
Lamar down for the
with
season.
Huntley right now. Yeah. And not to mention, Joe Burrow seems to have the Ravens number.
He really does.
So yeah, I
feel
probably will
like
take Bengals here.
Bengals here.
At -9, that's a big number.
Yeah, -9 is huge. Do we have any incentives for this game? Don't see any incentives for this game. So, yeah, this is an easy one, I think. Bengals -9. Sure, it's AFC North football, but like you just said, Joe Burrow's got their number.
Yeah, and the Ravens are not playing great football right now.
And he's got all of his weapons, and so there's no reason for them not to just dominate this game.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
The Ravens offense is just bad. Without Lamar, it's bad. It's weird what happens whenever you don't have a running back playing quarterback.
Now we got a game that has something to do with the Steelers. We need the Jets to win against the Dolphins. Are you good?
My dad left me a voicemail.
Oh.
I think he's randomly stopping by. They love to stop by while I'm podcasting, don't they?
Well, anyway, we'll try and get through this before they come home.
Yeah, if we could fire through these real quick.
We got Jets, Dolphins. I like the Jets here, +3, and I like the money line. I like them to win out here. Not only because we need them, the Steelers need them to win, but also I would rather take a veteran Joe Flacco over a lackluster, I don't even know the guy's first name, Thompson.
Skylar Thompson. Is Flacco starting?
Also, Flacco is starting. Zach Wilson's the backup. The other thing with this game is it's really a game where you want to take the better defense, and I think that's by far the Jets. So,
Yeah, I think I'm with you here.
yeah, this is a pretty easy one. I also like the under. I think I already took the under at 38.5. It was moved now to 37. I wish I could have got it when it opened at 42. That would have been great. But yeah, under's the play here as well.
Hold on, someone's here.
Okay. While Tyler does that, I will get our next game pulled up. This game sucks, by the way. I've texted for reinforcements. This is great podcasting. I'll get through this game real quick because it's a terrible game. Panthers Saints. I think the best play here is the under 41.5. Saints defense is pretty good. Neither team has a passing game. Yeah, it's not a great game. Let's move on. Here's another game that has implications for the Steelers' playoff chances. Got Pats Bills. Steelers need the Bills to beat the Pats. I think it's an easy win for the Bills. Actually, no, I don't think it's an easy win for the Bills, but I believe they will win. Patriots defense has kept them in it all season. I believe we do have some incentives for this game. No? I'm not seeing it on my cheat sheet. Let me check over here. Oh, shit. Huh. I thought there was something for... No incentives for this game. For some reason, I had a feeling that Stephon Diggs had some sort of incentive, but I'm not finding it. But I like the Bills' money line in a parlay with the Jets and Steelers. Also, I'm gonna mute that because I can hear it. Also, like the under 43.5 here. solely based on the Patriots defense and just the trend of this year being the under. It seemed it was usually a talking point in the NFL if there was a game that went over. So I like the under here. Move on. Another game that really doesn't matter, I don't think. I think the Buccaneers already clinched their division. Tyler's back. What's
Dude,
up, buddy?
I don't get my life. It's every time.
I got through 2 games without you.
Did you take the Bucks?
We're about to talk about the Bucks.
Oh, perfect.
No, I talked about Saints Panthers and how that's a terrible game. Then I talked about Patriots Bills and how we need the Bills to win for the Steelers to go to the playoffs. And
Sure
then I
do.
like the under.
Yeah. Do we know if Tom Brady's playing in this one?
I have no clue.
As far as I know, he's playing. But it might be one of those where they let him play a series or so, and that's it.
I don't think there's any incentives for this game, so
It might be interesting. This one might be an interesting like live bet opportunity if Brady doesn't play the whole game. Because if he
Yeah.
does start and they drive down the field, you could get the Falcons at a really good number there.
yeah. I like this game for the under. Under 40.5 is a good number. Bucks, I think, have consistently gone under in their games. So
Yeah, they really do.
and
They
they have
until Brady
they-
takes over.
yeah, they have a defense that can stop the Falcons
Right.
too. So
But I think I like the Falcons in this one, but more in a probably a live opportunity.
I can see that. I can see that. All right. We're almost done, I think.
Look at us.
No, we're not. We're like 3/4 of the way through.
Look at us.
Now here we go. The game we've all been waiting for. The Brownies and the Steelers. The Brownies on social media disrespecting
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. It's okay to disrespect the towel because you know what's going to come to you. But when you disrespect the nicest man to ever live, I think you're just meant to go to a whole nother hell. So
Yeah, it's Steelers in a rout.
yeah,
as in,
Steelers
like,
are
by a touchdown because they don't route anybody.
right. They're going to win by like 10 points. That's a rout.
Yeah, exactly. Like they might win 17-7.
Right. So my big thing here is my head. Anyway, the defense is going to show up and they're going to show Deshaun Watson what it's like to play AFC North football. And he's not going to want to do it for the next however many years.
He is starting to knock off some of the rest. But
yeah, but he's going against the best defense in the division.
Steelers in a rout.
So I also like the under here. Obviously, I don't even think it's 40.5. I think it's gone even lower. So that's the big play here is the under. Oh, man. Here we go. Finally onto the 425 games. This hat hurts my head. Don't know why. We have some incentives in this game, too. I'll wait for Tyler to come back to talk about the incentives. But Seahawks Rams. I think Seahawks is a good play here. Jeez, I got the hiccups now. Seahawks are a good play. I think I also might like the under here, but I don't know. I feel like the Seahawks could get away with some stuff if they wanted to. Got the hiccups. Here we go. Okay. Tyler almost came back. Now Tyler's back.
I just can't have nice things.
Yeah. All right. So I talked about this this game already. I said Seahawks are probably going to take it. Also, kind of like the under, but I feel like the Seahawks could just run away with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking hiccups.
Baker Mayfield's kind of last shot to show something, but the Rams are bad this year. They're just way too banged up. I think the Seahawks are at the point where we've seen all that the Seahawks are. They had their run. It's over.
Right.
I
We
think
do
they could
have
win. I think they might win this game. I like the Rams to cover.
one incentive for this game.
What do you got?
Tyler Higbee needs 13 receiving yards for $500,000 bonus.
Wonder what his prop is.
He, from what I understand, he hasn't played well, so could be rough. I don't know where these hiccups came from.
Already drinking beer?
No, I've been drinking water.
It's tough.
I got to work tonight. All right, Tyler Higbee needs 13 yards to hit a 500K bonus. Higbee failed to hit this line in 4 of his last 6 games. Oh my God, these hiccups. But he continues to play over 90% of snaps. This guy, Sal Vetri, has him projected for 41.5 yards this week.
Okay. Looks like the prop's already up. Over under is 32.5 according to FanDuel.
This is one of those ones where I would do the
alternate line.
alternate line.
And, with something.
Right. I'd take the alternate line at 25. Because I don't think it goes lower than 25.
And then I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know what else to parlay that with. You're the master of the
parlay with the under.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
But
I like the Rams to cover that one.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with that.
I just like the Rams to cover. I don't like them to win. I think it could be a field goal game. That's one of those walk the tightrope type of deals.
Right. All right, we're almost there.
Woo, baby.
This one has a couple incentives. Chargers Broncos divisional matchup. God damn, I'm so uncomfortable right now. I don't know why.
All right, Chargers Broncos.
My head hurts. I've got the hiccups.
You need a nap.
I need something.
I'll talk so you can try to eat your hiccups real quick. Broncos, Chargers. Broncos favored by 3. Chargers already clinched a playoff spot. I'm assuming Justin Herbert's not playing based upon this line. I'm sure you got a list of incentives for some receivers or something.
We have two incentives here. The reception props. Gerald Everett needs 5 receptions for $250K, and DeAndre Carter needs 2 receptions for $250K.
Okay. I still think I like the Chargers here. The Broncos are in shambles. They're really bad, and I don't know why they're favored here.
If Herbert's not playing, you take the under here.
Yeah, that's probably a good play. With the Broncos do have a good defense. I don't like this game either. Week 18's hard because it's like bowl season all over again, trying to figure out who the hell's playing.
Right.
Let me see if Justin Herbert is playing. I'll look that up.
Another thing to add here, Gerald Everett needs those 5 catches. He has had 5 or more catches in 50% of his games. Mm-hmm. Denver allows the 3rd most catches to tight ends.
I mean, it actually looks like Herbert might be playing.
Also, DeAndre Carter, those 2 catches he needs, he has run less than 10 routes in 4 straight games.
Yeah, I think I like
Chargers. Chargers have stated they are aware of his incentive, and he had 2 catches on 3 targets last week.
Okay. Yeah, I got to take the Chargers here. The Broncos. You don't make any money betting on the Broncos.
Right.
So that's what is it? That's tomorrow's 4:25 game. Okay. Chargers, and then you're also interested in the under, depending on the
Yes.
quarterback situation.
Yes. All right, here we go. Finally talking about the G-Men. Eagles are favored minus 14.5. I don't believe Jalen Hurts is playing, though.
I would assume not.
I like Giants plus 14.5 here. Don't know that they'll win, but for it to be 14.5 and Jalen Hurts not even be starting, it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of disrespectful.
What the hell happened here? This line got all the way up to 14.5.
I don't know.
It opened at 1.5.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't understand.
I mean, Saquon's not playing. Daniel Jones isn't playing.
Oh, is that why? Why?
Yeah, they're resting.
That could be it.
But 14.5 is just way too many in an NFL game. Give me the Giants at that spread.
I just had a Giants fan come into the room.
Oh, boy.
All I know is that Tyler better not bet on the Giants.
Well,
No fucking ways.
yeah, I mean, you don't have, oh my God, you don't have Saquon or Daniel Jones playing, so
Since when?
they're resting because they already made playoffs.
How do you know that they're not going to play?
It's been announced.
When? I did not see that.
Tyler, where'd you see it?
16 hours ago.
So 16 hours ago it was announced. I think I like the Giants plus 14.
Not announced. It's a report.
It's been reported. I like Giants plus 14.5. I think that's ridiculous to have the spread that large.
Yeah, not an NFL game.
You
just can't take that.
Yeah. Tyrod would be Tyrod. He'll manage. And then you have Breida. You have they have another running back that I like.
Also, I will put sprinkle a little Giants money line here because at those odds, you don't get those kind of odds in an NFL game ever.
Right.
So that's where I'm at.
I like it. I think we're on the same page. I think we have one more game. God damn it.
The struggle is real.
I lied. We have 1, 2, 3 more games.
Where do all these games come from?
Everybody's playing.
Didn't I skip enough?
All right, we got Cardinals, 49ers. I hate this game. 49ers going to win.
Yeah, Niners are going to win, but same thing that we just talked about last game. I'm not taking 14.5 favorites. I'm not doing it.
I think I would also flirt with the I almost said over, but I'd flirt with the under.
Yeah, that's a very low number. Brock Purdy's playing really well, but I don't know that. Is he even playing this week? Or they
Do they have another quarterback?
I don't know. They're in a weird spot where you probably really want to play him, but
I assume they won't play McCaffrey. I assume they won't play I don't know. Because I was going to say Kittle, but Kittle he'll kill somebody to play.
Yeah, probably.
So big thing here is probably no McCaffrey. But yeah, I hate this game. It's stupid.
Same thing as last game. I'm not taking 14.5 favorites in the NFL.
Stop looking at it.
I'm hungry. Nothing to eat. Also, the furnace is leaking again.
I know. I got to call them. All right. We got Cowboys Commanders. Cowboys went from being underdogs at 4.5 to -7 favorites. How did that happen?
I don't know.
These are weird lines.
Yeah, a lot of line movement going on. I probably take the commies here. +7.
Yeah, because I mean,
They're not a bad team. Cowboys don't really have much to play
Dak.
for here.
Well, no, they do. They're playing for home field.
Oh, I guess so. Dak would be playing, but 7. I don't know. Give me the commies. Whatever.
Let me see what it is on FanDuel.
I think Washington might actually win this game too. I
Really?
don't know why. I don't know why.
With Wentz?
I don't like the Cowboys.
So yeah, it is still 7. If you can get that to 6.5, I take it. I take Dallas all day. But I still lean Dallas -7.
Give me the +7.
Oh my god.
This might be the worst show we've ever done.
It is. Oh, I was really looking forward to this one with all the incentives. All right, last game. I'm gonna kill myself. I can't say that on the internet. Anyway,
Drink water upside down.
Lions, Packers. There's no more water. Lions, Packers. Packers need to win to get in. It's a win and get in for both.
Yep.
So they're playing for a playoff
Do the
spot.
Fighting Dan Campbells have it in them?
Thank you.
Can Dan Campbell get the Lions to the playoff? I'm not going to talk about football and just enjoy Cody trying to get rid of the hiccups right now.
Yeah, drink upside down.
More. Lean forward more.
Did you see that?
I'm really confused on what you were doing.
I was putting my mouth, so I was holding this. I was putting my mouth on this side and going this way so that it would fall into my mouth. Oh. See
Someone
that
I really hope someone's really good with Photoshop.
Are your hiccups gone?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm definitely photoshopping something there.
I hate you. I shouldn't have done that. But who am I kidding? You're not going to do that. You're too lazy.
Touche. I can't even figure out how to make a TikTok.
All right. I think I like Lions +4.5.
I like it too, and the problem is that I just feel like this is another instance where Aaron Rodgers is going to rip their throat out again.
Yeah.
So I think I got to take the Packers. Because I like the Lions so much here, I got to take the Packers.
Yeah. I think I flirt with the over here too. 49.5.
I like that a lot too. That's
because it's going to go back and forth.
Oh, it should at least. Can
Jared
Goff outduel Aaron Rodgers?
That's what it comes down.
So yeah.
Well, oh, there's incentives for this game. Sorry.
Give us those incentives, Cody. And these throws. I don't know if anyone's here. Just talking to myself.
Tyler, you there?
There we go.
My internet just decided to reboot in the middle
Perfect.
of this. Hopefully we're still live.
It looks like we are. As long as we got the last part of you drinking water upside down so I can go ahead and snag that clip.
So, Khalif Raymond, receiver for, I believe he's a receiver for Detroit, right? They have two receivers named Raymond.
Yes.
So Khalif Raymond, he needs 7 receptions for 125K bonus, and he needs 50 receiving yards for another 125K bonus. So it's possible he could get out of this game with $500,000. Yeah,
Half a milli?
$500,000. No, quarter mil.
So what's the prop bet you like here?
Oh, they have it up. They have his props. I don't see his props. They don't have his props up, so that's disappointing. In a game like this, where they're playing for a playoff spot, I would stay clear of the props because you don't know what's going to happen. They're probably going to play more so to win than to get guys their money, because
Right.
if you get in the playoffs, you get more money anyway.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
But the other prop we have is Jamal Williams needs 6 more rushing yards for 250K. Also, I believe he is 1 touchdown or 2 touchdowns away from either tying or overtaking Barry Sanders' record for amount of touchdowns in a season.
So he has 15 right now, I believe.
I swear I saw it somewhere. Maybe that was last week.
For sure, but
let me see if I can find it. Jamal. If he can score 1 more touchdown, he'll tie Barry Sanders' franchise touchdown record. You know what that sounds like to me? You take him 2 or more touchdowns.
I like it. I probably will take that.
And him for 2 or more touchdowns, plus 350. So I like that. He is their red zone running back. It has not been DeAndre Swift
at all.
Swift, fantasy wise, this backfield has been so frustrating because you don't know who's gonna do what.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad as a Jamal Williams owner.
Right, and I was a Jamal Williams owner, but I also was a Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift owner.
Yeah, that's tough.
So it was like, do I start both of these guys, or do I switch one out for another running back that I have?
Fortunately, 15 tutties for Jamal Williams. Well, they came in bunches this year.
Right.
He would get 3 in a game,
where
and
he
then
had 2. He had games he had 3.
Yeah.
But I think I like him score 3 or more.
2 or more, you mean?
Or 2 or more, sorry. Actually, I'm going to place that bet right now.
There you go.
I'm going to wait because the odds might go up.
Or down.
Don't do that to me. All right. The bet is in.
There we go.
But that was one that I really liked, and I'm glad that we looked back and confirmed that he does have a chance to beat Barry Sanders' record. So yeah, it's week 18.
Almost to the playoffs.
I believe we're going to record a show tomorrow that will air Monday before the national championship, talking all about the national championship, what we like in that game. I'll be talking a lot of props because I like to bet props in the national championship game.
You like betting props in general, Cody.
I do, but this is a game where the national championship is like my game of the year. I love to put a ton of money on it. I did that a couple years ago when me and Steph were still in the talking phase. I took her to the FanDuel Sportsbook for dinner. We had dinner next to the Barstool crew.
Right there.
Had dinner next to Dave Portnoy, and we had a good time. I won a lot of money. Thaddeus Moss. Shout out Thaddeus Moss for scoring a touchdown that game. Giving me a lot of money. So, yeah. I've been looking into it, trying to figure out who to bet on. I might do some defensive props, but I don't like FanDuel's very weird with their defensive props. I don't know if you've looked into it.
I have not yet.
So their defensive props compared to DraftKings are weird. So they only have like so and so to record a sack and so to record an interception. Whereas DraftKings, they'll have like tackles for loss. They'll have, or
Yeah.
not tackles for loss, but they'll have tackles plus
Yeah.
sacks, and like all that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
FanDuel's very
the
limited.
book I used to use would not give you very much in terms of tackles and things like that.
Right.
And I like betting on tackles.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's somebody that I saw. It was another incentive, not love for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
He's 2 tackles away from holding the single season record. So that was set in 2016 by Landon Collins. I just don't know the guy's first name. I just know his last name's Love. Shows how much of a Giants fan I am.
It's not great for your wife.
No. But yeah, Monday I will be back at the FanDuel Sportsbook at the Meadowlands for my birthday. It's also my birthday
On Monday?
on Monday.
Ooh, happy early. That's right. We did talk about this because you did say we can't record on Monday because it's my birthday. And I think I just ignored it completely.
Well, not because it's my birthday, but because I'm going and doing things.
On your birthday.
On my birthday.
Because it's your birthday.
Because it's my birthday. Yeah. So Tyler and I will record that tomorrow. We'll put it out early, probably midday on Monday. So you guys have something to watch if you watch. Nobody's watching now. So it means we're not doing something right, Tyler.
Well, we were interrupted during the show. You were fighting the hiccups.
I was. They're gone now. It worked.
No, we're just going to be TikTokers.
Hey, I made a pretty good one.
As soon as I can figure out how to make a TikTok, world, watch out.
Oh, Tyler's going to be the next great TikToker.
I just don't know how to do it.
It's something that he needs to unlock deep inside of himself.
Yeah, I don't know how to do them. I sat there most of the morning trying to figure out how to make a TikTok, and I couldn't do it. I just got pissed off.
Yeah, we gotta teach you how to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
All right. Well, I think we're done for today. That's your week 18 terrible betting advice.
Yeah, we're gonna go undefeated.
We're gonna undefeated.
Don't let us get hot.
Don't. I was hot I was hot last weekend, dude.
I was hot too.
I hit a lot of bets.
Don't let us stay hot.
I hit a lot of bets.
Don't let us stay hot.
By the way. Parlay. If you parlay Jets, Bills, Steelers plus 460, it's actually better than what I retweeted Matt Light earlier in the week. He said the odds are better to take Steelers to make the playoffs than to bet the parlay. That has now changed. It is better to bet the parlay. I already have Steelers to make the playoffs at plus 330 that I made at the beginning of the season. So I'm banking on that. Anything else that you're banking on?
The Ravens and Bengals to score a point.
Yeah. All right. That's all we got. We made it to exactly an hour.
Also, Patrick Mahomes over 300 yards and the Chiefs to win. Plus 150.
Yes. All right.
Peace out, guys.